today's code of conduct topic is strive for restraint, discretion, and integrity. So basically, stop and think before you speak. Take a little bit. Ben likes to say, take a little bit and think about what you're gonna say next. Things like that. Do you have anything to add?
I think that, I don't know. Is Ben here today?
I don't know.
Ben
See
might-
him.
No, he might be out. I'll just follow up that if you follow this part of the code, you'll probably be successful in every other item.
Yeah. We have had 9 days without a recordable, 2 days without a first aid. We had another back injury this week, so yeah, watch out for those things. They're happening quite frequently. So I'm going to talk a little bit about trench safety today. A trench is an excavation that is narrow in length relation to its length. Generally, depth is greater than the width, and the bottom is usually less than 15 feet deep. I want to talk a bit about soil classification first. Type A soil would be it would have a compressive strength of 1.5 tons per square foot. This will be your clay, silty clay, sandy clay. The soil really stays together well, and when it dries out, it's almost as hard as rock. So then type B soil would be a compressive strength of greater than 0.5 tons per square foot. This will be kind of your angular gravel, your silty loam, stuff that's not quite clay or gravel that stays together pretty well. It's got sharp edges, so it holds its shape pretty well. And it just holds a little more weight than the type C soil, which is anything less than 0.5 tons per square foot. And this would be like your round gravel, loose sand, loamy sand. That type B soil also would be, loamy soil could be like almost like your topsoil stuff when it's really compressed. These type C soils are just loose stuff. You think about it on a beach if you're trying to build a sandcastle in sand. If you deal with dry sand, it's not gonna hold up. You're just gonna have a pile of sand. So, and then some of the methods for testing these are with a penetrometer. We have a couple here up in the safety office, and you basically press the tip of it into the soil, and it gives you a direct reading of, it has a readout on there. I use a little spring, so when you press it, it can tell you how much compression that soil is getting. You can also do it by thumb penetration. Type A, just barely makes an indent when you're pressing into it pretty hard with your thumb. Type B will be the full length of your nail. So you're pressing it goes up to about the bed of your nail there. And type C will be your thumb will just push right into it. It's gonna penetrate pretty far in there, probably a whole length of your thumb. This isn't a super accurate method of doing it, but it gives you a pretty good idea of the classification.
I think that mostly applies to types A and B because they're more of a siltier sand or clay type material. You can certainly have that. If you do that to a granular soil, then you might hit stony stuff that doesn't allow your thumb to penetrate anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. And that you also, you can have mixed soils. It can be A, B, or C. And, you want to do your sloping or you're benching, depending on what the lowest class in that multi-layer soil is. So you might have type A in there, but if there's type C, then you're gonna slope back more, which I'll talk about here in a bit. You can also do it just by, looking with your eyes. It's not a great method to go by, but if you see it's cracking or fissuring, sloughing in the hole, things like that, it's probably safe to, just call it type C soil. And best practices would be to go back to this, type C is 1.5 to 1. So if it's a 4-foot deep hole, you're gonna go back, slope back 6 feet. And then stable rock, you can obviously have vertical walls. That's not gonna cave in. It's stable. Type A would be 3/4 to 1. So if you have a 4-foot deep hole, you go back 3 feet. Type B, 1 to 1. So 4-foot deep hole, going back 4 feet. But best practices, if you're unsure, would just be to classify it as type C and go back that extra bit when you're sloping. You have sloping, benching, shoring, shielding are all different methods. Sloping we use quite a bit. Best practices. Benching, still pretty good. It's better if you have an area where you're kind of working down a bit, and you make a bit of wall, you do your work, you go down a little deeper, things like that. Shoring, trench boxes, shielding would be when you put in road plates and have bars to go between them and hold them out. You should be doing daily inspections. These are done by a competent person. Classify the soil, inspect the protective systems, make sure all your your shielding and your trench boxes are all in good shape and working the way they should be. Make sure you have good ingress and egress. Make sure the ramps or ladders are in good condition going into there. Monitor water in the trench and just conduct site inspections. You should be doing inspections daily after a rainstorm, or if the weather changes overnight, you have freezing and thawing and things like that.
So if you have certainly a type B, or if you're classifying as a type A or B, you should definitely have that recorded somewhere that you did your inspection.
Yes, I have on the JHA, I have a slide here that shows what you should write in if you classify that soil as whatever type. So I kind of went over what to inspect. Also, inspect hazardous atmospheres and other hazardous conditions. Also, watch for water in the trenches. You can go from, a type A soil to a type C very quick if you add water. Water can really destabilize a trench. Weight and vibration. This is when you're classifying the soil, take this into account. What are you going to be, using outside the trench? You're going to have a lot of weight on the soil, things like that. And like Ken was talking about here, I have in the JHA. So when you're filling out your JHA, if you do classify that soil, know the soil type, check that box. Check your spoil piles 1-2 feet from the edge. If you have a excavation 4 feet deep, more than 4 feet, When 5 feet, make sure you have check that and have your trench rock sloping, bed shoring, water, make sure you have pumps, and then in the write-in box below, write in that soil type you have, or if it's multi-layer, and then write in what you're sloping your trench to. So best practices, just use that 1.5 to 1 measurement if you're unsure. And that's really all I have today.
Okay, does anybody have any questions out there or comments? Okay, I'll take over the screen.
All right.
Bear with me. Just trying to bring it up here. Okay, sharing, stop share. I'll try again. Share. Here we go. Okay, can you see my screen?
I can.
All right, good. Okay, announcements. Happy Mother's Day to all our ECI mothers. So don't forget this Sunday. And some good news here on the healthcare premiums. We have a healthcare premium holiday this year again, due to less than expected 2022 healthcare costs, just like in the last couple of years. We've been doing well, and ECI gets a rebate credit to be applied towards premiums. And this year's holiday will last 14 weeks starting on the June 2nd paycheck. So that's pretty good news. It frees up a lot of cash for people. Very welcome news. Also related to healthcare, just as we do every year, we have to, each employee must fill out one of these healthcare declaration forms for the state of Vermont. And were mailed in the paychecks this week. So if you've already completed one in 2023, you don't need to do another, and it was not included in your paycheck with your paycheck in the mailing. So please complete the form and submit to the ECI administrative offices by June 7th. Drop it off direct, mail it in, or email it. If you have any questions, check with Melanie. So happy birthday to Scotty. He turns 60 on May 15th. That's Monday. And this picture is from baby Scotty when he returned from his baptism. Whoops. Jumped ahead on me there. Baby Scotty returns from his baptism with big brother Kenny and Father Alan. May in 1963. Wow. 1963. We're old, aren't we? Here I also got a YouTube. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. It's just a short one on some greetings. Actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Can't see it yet, Ken.
Can you? Oh, good.
No, we can't.
Did you see all that?
No,
At
we
least
didn't. I didn't
you
see
heard it?
Nope.
Okay, well, try it on your computer later. Let's see. I got to get back to the screen. I think I'm sharing with you guys for some reason. Let me try this again. Stop sharing. Share. Actually, I could do this. I could try sharing the YouTube, but I don't know. I guess I'm kind of challenged on this. I will share back to the email of the week. maybe Austin, you can play with a little bit
Now,
with that link and we'll play it again at the end, okay?
all right.
Okay, so do you see my regular email again?
We can. Yep.
Okay, so you see the new employees that show up?
There.
Yes.
Yep. They're right
Yep.
there.
So I need to apologize in advance for not really knowing how to pronounce this name. It's looks like Bassiano Sanderson. So hopefully I did that right. Welcome, Bassiano. And then we have Greg Lacasse, I guess. Welcome. And then Chad Stillwell, who's a returnee. Couple years back, I guess. I can't recall how long it's been. So welcome all the new guys, and hope to see you around. I have a link to the primary care wellness program there, and then we're going to jump right into the email of the week or the project of the week. And Tom, you're going to narrate. Do you want to take over the screen, or do you want me to advance the
No,
slide?
you can advance, Ken. That'd be fine. So.
Okay, I will get it right to the top here. Maximize at least the text. There we go. Go ahead.
All right. I probably won't follow this verbatim, but
That's fine.
Engineers Construction, we were hired by the city of Burlington to do a design build for a replacement of a sewer line on Flint Avenue that was going to also go under the Vermont Railway tracks. The design, Jeremy Dean and Ben Heath did a great job with our concept thinking at bid time and put together a good plan. However, when we got out there, things changed substantially with underground utilities. Initially, it was going to be a 6-inch, 490-foot install with a small 12-inch jack and bore into the railroad, about 80 feet long. When we got out there, there was conflicting utilities, the utilities that actually weren't even supposed to be there, or were in the wrong place based on all the data we were given at bid time. So that eliminated the 12-inch jack and bore. Traffic here was an absolute challenge for sure. We had besides the global trucks down there, we had the Howard Center, City Market, the Vermont Hardware building, and all the businesses that are in there, metalwork. So traffic made it impossible to take more than half of the road at any given time. And then when we started our jack and bore pits, we would have had to shift to the middle lanes, and it just wasn't going to work. So from the first attempt, we then shifted further back to do a longer jack and bore. We about doubled the length, and then we found yet another concrete encased duct bank that was, I don't think to this point anyone knows who it belongs to or what it was. But anyway, that eliminated all jack and bore potentials, and so we had to go to a directional drill. Ultimately, we did about a 420-foot jack and bore, and then install. We had to tie into a new manhole that was installed as part of the Champlain Parkway project for their stormwater separation. Our original plan had us on the north lane, and ultimately tied into a new manhole structure right in the center that was absolutely surrounded by ledge, and you'll see that in some pictures coming forward. So you can go ahead and slide down, Ken.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious about why we had so many soil conditions here.
Yeah, we hit them all on this one.
Yep.
That's the underground world, right? That's the as-built. You can proceed down to the photos if you'd like.
Yep. Okay. So the depth here was.
Yeah, we needed to be 6 feet under the railroad, and I think we ended up being substantially deeper. There was a fiber optic line in there that we aired on the side of caution and went much deeper down there. So
Had it.
and we came back up, of course, to the 6-foot elevation at both the new manhole and the other existing manhole to the west. So here's the drill. We ended up using the 40 all-terrain drill here. The 100 drills were both in New Hampshire. So this was a quick change because again it was jack and bore, then ultimately to a directional drill. We're staged here right in front of City Market, which is on the east side of the tracks.
So we took up that whole lane. There's the median there.
Yep. And we had to pick a spot where there was driveways that, rerouting the traffic was not an option. So we just kind of had to reposition ourselves continually. To the east of that last picture is what, we started on the west side of the ledge. So This is Josh here. This is one of the original jack and bore attempts, and you'll see he's measuring here to see if we can get anything in. This water line that you see here was actually supposed to be where he was standing, virtually where he was standing, and marked out that way by the city of Burlington. So we couldn't shift more to the north, so that eliminated that first bore attempt. And stroll down again, Ken.
This is kind of the other ground conditions, right?
Yep, yeah, and this is on the east side of the project, and that there's a lot of hard rock there. I think we pounded on rock for about, I think, 3 days, better part of 3 days. We had a one breakdown of a hammer that had a little pause in it, but generally speaking, we had the whole ram for a good 2 to 3 days for that last little ditch work that was about 60 feet. Okay, scroll down some more. This is on the looking west towards the lake. This is the HDD string, all fused together, and you can see that, like I said, the truck traffic was heavy. All the vehicles traffic was heavy. Here we blocked this small driveway, which was just a storage facility. The city allowed that to happen, but we had to string it right down the middle of the road in order to allow traffic to flow on both sides. Okay, stroll down again. So this is looking to the east. So this is after the pipes pulled in. This is the side of the project where we didn't encounter ledge, but we would tie into the live system here. And actually, I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, this pipe that had been in place for however many years was creating a lot of problems. ECI was actually down there twice over the last 3 years repairing the line. So it was in bad shape. Okay, and scroll some more. This is at the ledge area, if you will, the tie-in. So you don't see the 12-inch casing here because we brought the 12-inch casing. We brought the 12-inch casing to the ledge area prior to the ledge, and then once we removed the ledge, we just continued with a 6-inch to tie into the new manhole structure. This is just the backfill and compaction you're seeing here. Okay, stroll again. This is the preparation of getting ready to switch over from the old system to the new system. This process went really quick. Mike Wright and all the guys down there had really put together a solid plan. The city brought in a pumper truck, and the switchover was less than an hour. So that went fantastic. Okay, stroll again, Ken. This appears to be the city's inspection crew.
Fusion going on here.
Yeah, we did a fusion. Because of one of the prior repairs where we connected on the west, that section of pipe had already been converted to HDPE. So we had a nice easy connection there. And then on the east, we were going into a new manhole that wasn't active until we went live. And of course, this is the pressure test that took place prior to the switchover. So
yep.
Okay. That went fine. You had no problems at all with that. And at the last responsibility we had after the new install was to grout the old pipe, and that was really more of a railroad specification, but we grouted the entire city wanted the entire pipe grouted, the pipe that was left in place, the abandoned old pipe. That's our swing pump doing that.
Yep. Yeah, neat little job.
It was a little bit testy on the timing of it all. You know, we were supposed to be in there last fall, but they had delays on the Champlain Parkway project that pushed us till spring, and then they gave us a very short window in the spring. So we delivered right on time, and everybody was happy with that. So a lot of things happened out there.
Okay, thanks, Tom. If for some reason my title didn't change this, I know I changed it because I put date unknown on here. This is Scotty at a previous birthday. Happy birthday, Scott. So Austin, were you able to get together and figure out how to make that YouTube video live? Thanks, Tom.
Yep. You're welcome.
You're muted, Austin.
Sorry. Yes, you wanted to share it?
Yes, please. Can you take over the screen? All right.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yep, I do.
Yes, sir.
No volume though. I think do you have volume at your side? Austin?
Yes, I do. Can you not hear it?
No, I don't hear it.
No, we cannot.
Don't know
Jerry, that
what's
must be
going
down
on
in that
there.
dairy.
Well, at least we can see it.
Yeah.
We can see Stan waving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you can't hear that.
Yeah. Well, you can just link it off the email and listen to it, but just a few short segments from different crews around on the different projects. So
Cool. Very cool.
good. Well, thanks, Austin. I'll turn it back to you. Everyone have a good, safe day out there. And
Yeah,
happy Mother's
everyone
Day.
have- Yes, don't forget about that. Everyone have a safe day. Have a good day. Enjoy the weather. Have a good weekend. Bye.
All right.